Welcome back to Space Engineers, and this is Having a Rough Day Economy Salvage Survival. And it's been a while since we've done this. We're on episode 20 of this particular one. And I don't know about you, but I kind of am like trying to remember what in the world we were up to here. To-do list. Okay, so if you remember right, we were going to strip down the materials there. We got a base on the other side. So, oh look, an MEDC mining carriage. So what I did here, let's go ahead and do our usual. Alright, we got a good audio checked, outstanding. Hey, welcome, thanks for watching. We got, so the situation is that, well, we have this long list of things to do. We have our goals: 40 million credits for our faction, find Shannon and the lost shipment, last seen on Europa, establish at least one base, and deliver a lost shipment to a trade station on Triton. Okay, so here's the deal, and I won't tell you what this, I'm not going to say what the shipment is until we find Shannon. Well, we opted for a mobile base. So we have that mobile base, it's over there, it's the Harvester Station. And we were in the process of getting the salvage taken care of, if you will. So, and we were working on Harvester Station as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. I think let's get the lay of the land here. Also, there is a hydrogen tank up in my space up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's my O2 and all that. Okay, cool. Okay, so one thing I did do was I went ahead and I figured one thing that we never got was a trade station start, because this is an economy and we need to start with at least one trade station. And when we did the start with this one, it did not come with a trade station location, which I thought was kind of crappy. So I went ahead and found a trade station, an ISDR trade station 1763. Now you might be thinking, well, wait a minute, we didn't like that. They didn't like us, and it's true, because we did steal one of their ships. However, the way we're going to play this off, in order to be able to get that marker, I had to become friends with that faction. So here's what we did. We made a deal with them. We made a deal that we wouldn't go after any ISDR vehicles or any of their structures or any assets of theirs. However, we will do business with them no matter what. Like, we'll do their stuff in preference to others. And that was the deal to get their faction back. That's how we're going to go ahead and spin it in the story. We do need to figure out where in the world Triton is, because we need to go there. But right now, really, our big thing is we need to get this stuff under control. We have this salvage here that desperately needs to be ground down. And then over here on the other side of this asteroid is our base, which honestly I would very much like to get this base like up and running, like really seriously. I would very much like to, I mean, we've got like all this stuff we want to get on there. I mean, we can build drills and stuff like that, that's fine, but we need materials to do that. And we've got plans to put different levels on this base. But we're on this side because we still have to convert over all of these fine engines over to the other kind so that we can be absolutely certain that everything is converted over before we bring our ship over to this side, because we don't want to blow up our own base. So, first thing we're going to do right now, let's see, let's check, make sure we don't have anything unusual, nothing interesting, nope, okay. Now, here's the thing. We have been using salvage rules. Now, you know, I want this to be economy and I want this to be salvage. And that's an exclusivity to each other. So, wait a minute. That doesn't... Is that right? Yeah, okay. That being said, I think no assemblers is required. Now, the question is, do we allow basic assemblers? Because we can't manufacture batteries, power cells. So if we're going to salvage a battery, you know, we want to be able to make it so that we can use an assembler to be able to make the power cells, or do we have to go find a trade station? If we got to find a trade station, that's going to be really hard. Most ships aren't going to have available power cells just floating around either. So that is the question. I'm on the fence about it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, or if you happen to get on the live chat when you've been watching this, tell me what you think. Should we just not allow any kind of assembler? That way we are absolutely forced to go after ships and facilities and salvage and trade stations to either buy or capture the materials we need. Because there is a level of self-sufficiency. You're basically going to be doing a regular game if we're going to end up doing this with the use of an assembler, because we're going to manufacture all our stuff if we have an assembler. And then there's not the salvage aspect of it. But on the other hand, some things like consumables, for example, like munitions, those are going to be a little bit harder to come by. Maybe this is what we'll do. We'll compromise it in the middle and say that assemblers can only produce munitions. Maybe they're not an assembler. Maybe they're a consumable creator. I don't know. Just an idea, a way of a thought process. I mean, I suppose if we're gonna do munitions, we'd have to buy them, find stations that sell them. And if, barring that, capture ships and steal their supplies. I mean, that is a way to do it. So maybe that's what we should be doing. I like that. Like, no assemblers at all, except to create power cells. So, like, a basic assembler isn't really an assembler. It's actually just a power cell builder. Like, it's a power cell generator. Kind of like how, you know... I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think for this episode, we're going to try very, very hard not to do any kind of assembler use. Just because, you know, we want to try to keep with the salvage theme. Honestly, I'm really seriously leaning towards it. You know, the only reason why I went with the idea of doing assemblers for power cells is because we can't salvage batteries like we do everything else. And that's kind of where I was at with that. So, really? Okay, so this is what we do. We're going to include a rule, and we'll put it on the list of to-do, that basic assemblers, we cannot use a regular assembler, that has to be disassembled. Basic assemblers are available, but they're only available for disassembly or power cell creation. That's it. Like, just straight up. Anything else we need to get, we have to salvage it or find it from a salvage or a station. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I hear you, suit lady. You complain too much. You really do. Now, you might be wondering, why am I changing these over? Do I just like the aesthetic? Well, yeah, I do, but that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing that because if I do that, then I know without a shadow of a doubt that I have hacked those particular ones. Okay, there it is. And then I'll know for sure that, okay, that's just random and weird. Then I'll know for sure that those are hacked and I don't have to worry about them. Pretty sure everything in here is hacked, but... Alright, let's go ahead and lay down on the bed here. Okay, we're taking a load off. Just kind of chilling. Let's see, what do we got? Nothing really going on out there. Gotta like that. All's quiet in the neighborhood. Computer, turn off all the lights. Alright, now we're good to go. Go back in here. Close up the door. Open up the door and vent some atmosphere. Close said door, and out we go again. Alright, so those are all set. These need to be fixed. Alright, next one up. Figure we get all these things done, then we can bring this around to the side, and then we can dock the Icarus to it if we need to and get a good, nice recharge on the batteries from the solar cells. That would be great. Let's see, let's do a... Yeah, okay, good. Just want to keep it consistent on both sides, just to be on the, you know, make it look good. Ultimately, I think what we want to do is once we get the salvage taken care of, we're gonna mine a bunch of that magnesium. I mean, we can't do much beyond refining it. If we can, you know, I think we've got our refinery in here. But I like the engines being black. I like how it contrasts with the blue and the gray so much. I think it's kind of cool. It kind of gives it a little bit of a more industrial feel. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, actually. All right, those are good. Those are good. We did those. All right, these ones next. You have to change the paint job on that one. Alright. Okay, what the heck? Did we not do? What in the world? Are all of these set up? Okay, I did different ones up there than I did down below here, huh? Alright. No problem. We're gonna go ahead and use this. We're gonna scrap this down and use its parts to repair this one down here. There we go. All fine and dandy and up and running. It's the way we like it. Yep, it absolutely is the way we like it. And I like to have at least one open cargo hatch, which we'll put an actual hatch on it. let's see here. Alright, we'll drop that in there, 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 and we're going to hit this button here, and we're going to find out where all the metal plates are. There you are. Okay, and then we zip on over here. We do the same thing on this side. Whoop. Alright. Oh, wait a minute, don't want to do it there. And then we do it this way. Well, okay. Let's see if we got any more steel plates in here anywhere. Oh no. Looks like we might have to make a trip over to the wreck. Finish that off. Sounds good. Let's do it. Before we do that, let's go ahead and finish what we're started here. That way we can get this done, because we might be able to move this a little closer to the wreck, and then that would be a lot better. Plus, then we can dock up our ship to it. Oh yeah, let's, Alright, let's see, we'll go ahead and set that up there.
Energy low.
Yep, I know. Okay, let's see here. I'll get this in place.
Storm inbound.
Yeah, I hear you, sweet lady. That's why I have guns. Back to crashing I go. Nap time. I gotta find some food too this episode. Oh wait, what's that? Ah, look, it's a mining hauler. All I ever see out here anymore is pirates with the occasional little... yeah. What do we got to eat in here? Hey, look, apples. I don't want to eat an apple, but I got no choice, because that's all we got. Gonna run out of apples, I won't be able to grow any when we get the new hydroponics area set up. The nice thing about having a traveling mobile base like this is gonna be the fact that we can go... we don't have the trickiness that you have when you have a stationary base as far as, you know, out in space. You can travel to where you need to be, and it is not a problem. Alright, last but not least, we'll get you two set up. How about that? Alright. Now the other thing is how to link these two areas together. That is the other challenge that I'm having here, because I gotta try to fix, like, there's a, like, the doorway here comes out into here, but there's the piston there. Now we've got the refinery system down here, but how do I get, you know, that's the other trick. How do we get across to the other side? You know, that's the tricky part, you know. There we go. Well, I did position myself in this spot here because of the... That's true. There is that magnesium there. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, that incomplete hinge is going to be a problem. Alright, so that hinge needs motors. Where are we going to get motors from? Let's check out the Icarus, see if the Icarus has got some motors on board. Anything's possible. Now, let's see here. Do we have motors here somewhere? Got plenty of food. Got plenty of power cells, yeah. Oh yeah, there. There's the motors right there. Why can I not get that? Ah. Okay. Okay, let's get down here and see if there's an access point here somewhere. Alright, good. And then we'll go over here. Alright, that's good. Let's go ahead and zip around. Let's get that thing fixed. There we go. We're gonna need 4 of those stupid things. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna need to get some of this salvage taken care of. Alright, let's go ahead and get back down to it. I wish I could get the grinders up and running. That would be really handy. I wonder if I got a better drill. Let's see what we got here in the Icarus. I'm not sure that we do, but we'll check it out. Anything better in here? No. We got anything hiding in a locker somewhere? I'm not seeing any better tools in here. Nope. Not a chance, apparently. Alright. Oh, while we're at it, we might as well charge up our O2 tank. Well, okay, that startled me to no ends. Door opens and closes like that on me. Good gravy, man. Where are you at? There you are. Alright, can we put it in there? Nope. Oh, that's right, because that's not a conveyor loop. Okay, gravy. I should know better than that. Alright, well, we're at it. We might as well top off our H2. Alright, cool. And then let's go ahead and drop off the scrap. Alright, so the first order of business, we're going to get all this stuff, all these things, and I'm going to load. Okay, so here's my plan for the shredding of this thing. We're going to go ahead and take all the parts that aren't armor plate and stick them in the Icarus if we can. Even though I really should put that, actually, you know what? Yeah. That's not helpful. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to drop all these parts down in here. But you know what I was thinking? We might want to move this hydrogen tank from the underbelly of the Icarus and slap this sucker over there onto the other. Well, we can always do that after we get this thing salvaged up. So let's get this salvaged up first. There's just so many things to do. It's easy to get kind of, you know, like spinning your wheels, so to speak. It's really easy. Because we still have a mission to do. We have to get started with the mission. We'll get this scrapped out here really good. Because we can work on our base en route, so it's not a big deal. And I'm not salvaging any of these things because, honestly, we don't really need it salvaged. We just need the components. We'll sell them. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We got plenty of room. You always got to keep a wary eye out for if anything pops up while you're doing your thing, you know, or something, whether it's something juicy or something dangerous. You just never know. All right, Let's get everything that is not steel plate. Alright.
Inventory full. Energy low. Energy critical.
Alright, let's get up to the Icarus and have a seat in the bosun's chair. Ah, what a day. Look at that. Beautiful.
Meteor storm inbound.
Alright. A lot of work to do, that's for sure. Alright, still looking for all the stuff that's not steel plate. I'm sorry about the goopy throat. I don't know what's going on with me, but I've had kind of a froggy throat all day. I don't know. I gotta drink some water. Well, one nice thing is when you're out here, there's not like there's a whole lot of people out here causing you trouble. So, yeah. I think I'll take this one back to the Icarus, or to the harvester. Yeah.
Inventory full.
Alright, around we go. What is all this? Oh, wow. What in the world? Huh. Interesting. Debris field I never knew was there. I was like, what in the world? Huh. Oh, the weird things in life. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get... You know, it is utterly silly for me to keep going back around like this. I have no idea remembering what the hell this was. Alright. Well, let's go get the harvester and bring it around to the other side. It'll just make it easier, I think. Well, moment of truth. Let's see if it shoots me. What is a dusty sound? I see, like it's like dusting something. I don't know where that's coming from. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and switch this over to station mode. Alright, we have converted you over to a station. So let's go ahead and go to work. Alright, let's see here. Get some salvaging done here. Wonder what some of these other rocks. Aha! That's where we gotta go, right there. But here's the problem. The station we want to go to is right there. Ah, it's a tough one. I think we got everything that's not just armor block out of here, actually. I mean, there's a lot of heavy armor block, which of course will have a lot of grids with it, which is useful. Not being able to get the grids any other way, it's kind of, you know, handy. Alright, let's see here. There's an ISDR mining transport, but per our agreement, we can't go after them. They're not targets. Lucky ducks they are. I thought about leaving this station here and then taking the other ship over to the trade station, but it's gonna take so bloody long. That's a long trip, like 1,700 kilometers. I mean, that's gonna take like, I figure
low.
if you go 200 meters, that's approximately 12,000 meters or 12 kilometers a minute. So at 12 kilometers a minute, it's going to take a long time to get to that trade station at 12 kilometers a minute. I mean, that's like it's like 200 minutes. It's going to take hours. It might be better served just trying to head towards Triton and then establish which station we're going to get that thing to, and then try to see if we can make it to Europa and see what's going on there, you see.
Energy critical.
Alright, let's get up on that bosun's chair. Alright, I think it's time we went down and got into the ship and brought it around to where our base is. And then see about getting some of this salvage transferred over just to change of pace. Alright. Coming about on the back end. Alright, close enough. We could dock, but that is not prepared, so let's see. Alright, so let's take a look here. Do we do anything at all? Oh, yeah, let's see. No, we haven't done. We haven't found resources on local. Refit the station. We did investigate the Mayday and the sensor signal. Yeah. Alright. Got a few things to do still. Alright. Bonsai. Now, here's the trick. Where would we put the hydrogen tank anyway? Oh, probably right there. Yeah, that's probably the best spot for it, right in that spot. But I got a gat there, and that gat has got to go somewhere. Yeah, we could drop it down there. That will give us good coverage, and then we can stick the hydrogen tank right there. I think that would work really well. And it would line it up directly with the ship, which is exactly where we kind of want it anyways. Alright, what do we got? We got any material for that? No, of course not. Of course we don't have any material for making one of those thingies. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and drop. And then... Alright, now let's get over here. Let's see about putting on a conveyor junction so we can slap that fun little thing over here.
Meteor storm inbound.
Alright, let's get you. I transfer this gun over. Alright, perfect. Well, that gives me a spot to put the hydrogen tank. Alright, where is the Icarus? There it is, and there's the hydrogen tank in question. And we're going to make this one yellow. Okay, well, let's see where you're at. Yeah, because if I did it the other way, it'd be too much. Yeah. Alright, that works. What do we got over there? Ooh, we got a military escort. We're getting some movement around here. There's nothing wrong with that. Alright, what else do we want to snatch out of here and bring over? Oh, we definitely want a connector, because that is what we need on the end of the post. Let's see, what is that? Event controllers. Wow, we got a lot of event controllers. Timer blocks, stuff like that. Wow. Huh. Alright, well, there's a lot of options here we can do with this salvage. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get over here and get this connector set up. Or as close to it as we can get. Since apparently it wants to be slightly uncooperative. Yeah. Always with the pipes and the chips, I swear. It's always something with these things. Okay. Okay, so we got, is that one? Yeah, it's just the one, the military escort. That's it. Alright. Huh. You know what I need to do? I need to set up a hangar bay on this thing too. Have a small tug ship that can pull stuff over. Yeah, where would I put that? Probably extend the bottom out a little bit and put it down here. I mean, basically this is like a moving station anyway. Yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get this thing set up. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some components. Alright, so we're going to need 30 of those. We're going to need a couple of those. We're going to need all of those. A few of those. All those. Yeah. And let's get a few of these too. Alright, cool. Alright, then we can zip up here.
Energy low.
Alright. So that's one thing. Now, the other thing is, though, how am I gonna... Probably do like a down and an airlock maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I have to think about this one. Alright, well, I think this is going to wrap up our little adventure here. So, thank you so much for joining me on a little bit more salvage for the having a hard day, having a rough day economy and salvage. We did manage to get a little bit more work done on the station, on the harvester station, and then we managed to get a little bit more grind down on the salvage hulk out there. So, yeah. See you next time, and thanks for joining me on Space Engineers Having a Rough Day.